everyone, welcome or welcome back to Jen's Hangout. If you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're returning, I love you guys so much. And you know that. What do we got going on today? Well, beef stew. It is my favorite fall and winter meal. So I have some garlic. This is my Instant Pot. Don't mind the mess. I've got some beef stew. The rest of my seasonings. I'm also going to throw a bag of frozen peas and carrots in here, or mixed vegetables, probably mixed vegetables. And then there's cut up onion, so a couple hefty tablespoons of garlic, some beef. There you can see some beef. I'll show it to you. It's the bouillon stuff that you put in the refrigerator. And some really finely chopped celery, because I like the flavor. And I just have it on saute. Oh, I also have some ghee in there to help sweat these down. I'm just going to get these sweated down. And then we will add the beef in with the seasoning and get those coated. And then we'll get all the fond off and add the rest. I'll be right back. This is the beef stuff I was talking about. It's the better than bouillon, and it's the roasted beef, which I think has a much richer flavor. Okay, here's my diced tomatoes. They're not diced small. They're decent size chunks, very random chunks, and I leave the skins on because that's what I like. So, this is basically a what you got stew. So I have some potatoes, I had some celery and onions. I do have some carrots, but there's carrots in the mix of vegetables that I'm going to use. So I'm going to leave them out. I just used a couple tablespoons of ghee to cook everything or saute everything in. And so I will show you what it looks like once everything comes together. Okay, so here's what it's looking like. I'm going to add the beef in, the garlic, the beef seasoning, and the onions and the celery have all sweated. So, and now I'm going to add my beef stew meat in there and my seasonings. Okay, so I have the 2 packets of gravy mix and beef stew mix, and then I'm going to add a couple generous, about that much of the Worcestershire sauce. It's a couple tablespoons, and a few good squirts of that mushroom sauce. And I'm going to let this come together before I put my already mixed gravy in, and my liquid, and my potatoes and frozen vegetables. Because I want this to kind of crust onto the meat. Okay, so I dumped that gravy that was already mixed up. I'm going to add half of the beef stock to kind of deglaze. And slow things down a bit. And really deglaze the bottom of that pot because you don't want to get a burn notice. Now, I normally do this in a Dutch oven on the stove, but I waited too long to get that really rich flavor to start it today, so I'm going to do it in my Instant Pot because best invention ever. I love it. Okay, so I have my 2 potatoes. I'm going to dump in there, and then I have a bag of frozen mixed vegetables I'll dump in, and the rest of the liquid. Okay, so one thing to remember, the back of your Instant Pot has this max fill line. Don't go over it. It does make a mess. So I poured in the rest of that beef stock. That's all I'll need. I'm going to put my lid on, and then I'll show you what to do. Okay, so I had it on saute. Now I have a duo, so I don't have to make sure it's sealing. But I put it on pressure cook for an hour. I take keep warm off, and then I hit start. Make sure your lid is pushed down all the way, and then we'll see you in about an hour and a half or so, because you want to let it naturally release. So here's the finished product. I ended up having to take it out of the Instapot and put it into a Dutch oven on the stove for the last couple hours, because I didn't get everything scraped off the bottom, and my insert's a little scratched up. So it's stuck, and I got a burn notice. But here's the finished stew. This is what it looks like. It is delicious. We have all had a good nummy taste, including that little man right there. And I'm having it with some of my mom's homemade sourdough and some sharp cheddar, just to kind of bridge the gap. Anyway, that is my wonderful, delicious fall favorite meal. I hope you guys try it and enjoy it. And I let it cook for probably about 3 hours. It would have been a total of about an hour and 40 minutes in the Instapot if I hadn't have burnt it. So that was my bad. But I just let it cook I just transferred it to the Dutch oven on the stove, and it's delicious. Anyway, bon appetit, you guys. I hope you love it. And blessings to y'all. I will see you guys later.